Have you ever seen in your own life that after probably many time, that after hard work, and especially doing the will of the Lord, you finally receive a blessing that you were waiting for? Well, I have seen it in my own life and in others' experiences. My story began when I was in the mission field, this being during the pandemic of COVID-19, and as you know, most of the temple had to remain closed. So it was a surprise for me and a blessing to know when President Nelson announced in the April 2021 General Conference new temples around the world. Especially, he announced 2 new temples in Mexico, one of them in the city of Torreón, Coahuila. I actually currently live in Chihuahua. And although we have 2 temples in Chihuahua, both of those 2 temples are 7 hours away from this city. And now, instead, Torreón is only 4 hours away. So we understood that we were to be assigned to the Torreón District Temple. By the time and after my mission, actually, I had opportunity to meet with a brother who was a member of the High Council of one of the 3 stakes in Torreón. As we were talking, I asked him, "Brother, how do you feel when you received the news of a new temple being erected here in your city? Why do you think the Lord saw fit to put a new temple here in this city of Torreón?" Then he told me the story. He told me that almost 5 years ago, he, with other brothers and sisters, once per week went to the church to help the youth and brothers and sisters to find names and send names to the Monterrey, Mexico temple. After time, and after more people began to gather in this activity, the stake organized a new activity which they called Historiaton. This activity consists that in a period of 3 months, the members of the stake were going to work on finding names and sending names to the Monterrey, Mexico temple. Year after year, they sent more and more names to the temple. At some point that the past year, they sent around 8,000 names to the temple in a period of 3 months. It was a surprise and was amazing for me to know the faith of those brothers and sisters. Well, that's my point about history. I just want to show that when we make real efforts to show the Lord we are willing to do His will and to work His work, by the time He will bless us, as happened with these brothers and sisters of Torreón, Coahuila.